friend, welcome to class today. Today let's talk about simultaneous equation. I'll be looking at substitution method. Now there are certain questions that the elimination method cannot solve. And that is why it's important that you understand substitution method. So today I'm going to break down the substitution method. But before I break it down, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do well to do that right now. And please remember to hit the notification bell so you could be notified anytime we post new content. Thank you. Now, in a game of football, alright, you have 11 players that make up a team. Alright, so when the two teams begin to play, and then after a while, maybe after the first 45 minutes or way into the second half, one of the players could get tired and then he's not really delivering as expected. So the coach will have to substitute that player. And so what happens, you see that player comes out and another player is introduced into the team. So when we talk about substitution method, you are bringing something out of the equation and you are replacing with something else, all right, to make the equation simpler to answer. That is what substitution is about. So you bring out a particular value and you use another value to replace that value that you have brought out. So let's look at how questions, I told you substitution method can actually tackle some more complex questions that elimination method cannot tackle. However, we're going to start with the simpler questions that elimination can tackle, and then we advance to the more complex questions. Come with me. Now you have this question, you want to make use of the substitution method. You label this equation 1, equation 2. So in equation 1, make x the subject of formula. Now if you have not seen my video on subject of formula, please check the comment section. You will see the link to the topic on subject of formula, change of subject of formula. It's very important. You will not be able to solve substitution method if you don't understand how to change the subject of formula of an equation. So now in equation 1, make x the subject of formula. That means you want x to stand alone. Then once you have the value for x in equation 1, you now replace everywhere you find x in equation 2, you replace it with that value. You substitute with that value. So come with me, let's see. So in equation 1, 2x minus 3y equal 22. If you want to make x subject, 2x will be minus 3y. We cross this bridge to this side and become plus 3y. So that will be equal to 22 plus 3y. Then I have to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So my x is equal to 22 plus 3y over 2. That is the value of my x in equation 1. So substitute x into equation 2. So I'll go to my equation 2, which is 3x plus 2y equals 7. Anywhere you find x here, you replace it or substitute with this, right? So you have 3 into bracket, 22 plus 3y over 2 plus 2y equal to 7. So let's try to open this bracket. Now this 3 also means 3 over y. So that means whatever you have at the numerator 3, we multiply everything inside this bracket at the numerator, and this 1 we multiply the denominator. So if you open up this bracket, 3 times 22 gives you what? 66 plus 3 times 3y gives you 9y, all over 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, plus 2y over 1, so I can replace this over 1, equal to 7 over 1. So let's rewrite this on the other side. 66 plus 9y over 2 plus 2y over 1 equals 7. So let's solve from here. So if you are going to solve from here, the next thing you want to do is to find the LCM of these two sides. So what's going to be the LCM? It's 2. So our LCM is 2. 2 into that is 1. So 1 multiplies the numerator here. So 1 into bracket 66 plus 9y plus 1 into is 2 multiplied by 2y. That is 2 into bracket 2y. Right? All equals 7. So let's try to expand and open the bracket. 1 times this gives you 66 plus 9y plus 4y all over 2 equals 7 over 1. So the next thing you want to do is to cross multiply here. So when you cross multiply, this multiplied by 1, you have 66 plus 9y plus 4y. Alright, equal to 2 times 7 is 14, equals 14. So now let's collect the like terms. Collect like terms. So if you collect the like terms, all the guys that have y, they will stay on the same side, and the guys without y, they be on the same side. So let's have the y on this side. So you have 9y plus 4y equal to 14. 66 will move to this side. And you know it's positively, it's carrying a positive sign. By the time it crosses to this side, it becomes negative. So you have 14 minus 66. So 9y plus 4y is 13y. So you have 13y equals, then 14 minus 66. Do not be in haste to just say 14 minus. Some people get confused. So this is how you interpret it. This is plus 14. This is minus 66. So let's use Nigerian naira. You are owing 66 naira and you have 14 naira. So the 14 naira that you have, if you pay from the debt of 66 naira, what will be left? You're going to be left with 52 naira. That is a debt of 52 naira. That is minus 52. So the next thing you want to do is divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is 13. Divide this side by 13. Divide this side by 13. 13 cancels 13, and your y is going to be equals to minus 52 over 13. And what is 52 by 13? That is 4. So your y equals minus 4. That is the answer. Your y is minus 4. Because 13 times minus 4 gives you minus 52. Because 4 times 3 is 12. Keep 1. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. 50. So that's correct. So your y is minus 4. Now, having solved this, the next thing you want to do is to now substitute y into any of these equations so you could find the value of x. Let's do that very, very quickly. Right, welcome back. So, from this equation 1 and 2, let us substitute y into equation 2. Anytime you want to use an equation, you want to substitute into an equation, look for the simpler equation. Equations that have plus signs or positive are much more easier to solve than equations that have negative sign. So I encourage that you make use of this second equation that has plus. So if you do that, you have substitute y into equation 2. So equation 2 is 3x plus 2y equals 7. Wherever you have y, you replace with minus 4. So you have 3x plus 2 into bracket minus 4 all equals 7. So let's open this up. 3x plus times minus. Now look at this. Plus times minus is minus. 2 times 4 is 8. That is minus 8 equals 7. So by the time this minus 8 crosses to this other side, it becomes plus 8. So you have 3x equals 7 plus 8. And 3x equals 15. You divide both sides by 3. And your x is going to be equal to plus 5 or 5. So your x is 5. Your y is minus 4. If you want to cross-check if your answer is correct, let's make use of this value, this equation 2. So to check, you have equation 2 is 3x plus 2y. Let's see what our answer will be. It's unknown. So your y is minus 4, x is 5. So you have 3 into bracket 5 plus 2 into bracket minus 4. What would that be? 3 times 5, 15. Plus times minus is minus 8. 15 minus 8 is 7. So can you see 7, and that is the answer to the question. So this substitution method looks a bit longer, right? However, it's important that you understand it because the examiner can ask you to make use of substitution method. It could be specific. If the question asks you to use substitution method, if you use another method, you could be penalized, okay? And like I said earlier, there are some complex questions you cannot use the elimination method to solve. So it's very imperative that you understand this substitution method. So we're going to look at 1 or 2 other examples right now. Example number 2. Using substitution method, just label this equation 1, equation 2. This is a very simple equation, so just make either x or y the subject of formula. So in equation 1, make x the subject. So if I make x the subject, x plus y equals 12, my y crosses to this side, x equals to 12 minus y. Put it in the bracket, then substitute x into equation 2. So you now substitute the x value into equation 2. And what is that equation 2? 3x minus y equals 20. So wherever you see x, you replace it with 12 minus y. So you have 3 into bracket, 12 minus y, then minus y equals 20. So let's open this bracket. 12. When we open up this bracket, 3 times 12 gives you 36 minus 3 times y minus 3y, then minus y equals 20. So you have to collect the like terms. 36 crosses here, you have minus 3y minus y equals 20 minus 36. So minus 3y minus y is minus 4y. So that means we are weighing 4y out together, equals to minus 16. Yes. So you divide this side by minus 4. This cancels this. So your y is going to be minus cancels minus. 16 divided by 4, your answer is 4. So the answer to the question, your y is plus 4. So to find the value of x, you substitute y into any of the equations. Equation 1 is a simpler one, so let's use equation 1. To find x, substitute y into equation 1. What is equation 1? X plus y equals 12. So anywhere you have y, you replace with 4. X plus 4 equals 12. So if this crosses to this side, x becomes 12 minus 4. X equals 8. That is the answer. So if you want to check if the answer is correct, to check. So you have x plus y. Let's see what our answer is. X is what? 8 plus y is what? 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Can you see we have 12 here? This is correct. So let's pick a more complex question now. We're going to look at a more complex question. And let's see how we can make use of substitution method to solve such complex equations. And 1 over y minus 1 over x equals 1. So let's try to answer this question. You label it equation 1, you label equation 2. So in equation 1, you have 1 over x plus 1 over y equals 5. So what you want to do here is, you can make 1 over x the subject of formula, or make x the subject of formula. Yes. So you have 1 over x plus 1 over y equals 5 over 1. If I move this to this side, I have 1 over x equal to 5 over 1 minus 1 over y. Alright? That is 1 over x. So I can decide to stop at this point and just go to the next equation and replace my 1 over x with this value. And I can as well complete this. If I want to complete this, I will just, what's going to be my LCM? That will be y. 1 in y is y times 5. 5y minus y in y, 1 times 1, 1. So 1 over x is equal to 5y minus 1y. So what's going to be the value of your x? Your x will just be the inverse, because the inverse of this, alright, we also give you the value of your x. but I prefer that we leave it this way. So let's now replace 1 over x in equation 2. So you want to replace 1 over x in equation 2 with this value. So equation 2 is what? 1 over y minus 1 over x equal 1. So instead of 1 over x, we replace with this value. So you have 1 over y minus 5y minus 1 over y. Now this is bracket equal 1. So let's try to open up this bracket and see what it is. So if you are going to open this bracket up, we will have 1 over y. Now look at this, minus 5y. The minus times minus is plus. Plus 1 all over y equal 1. Yes, that's what we do. Look at it. This minus, so let's assume there's an invisible one here. So minus 1 multiplied by all you have here. Minus, this becomes minus 5y. This becomes plus 1 over y. Yeah. So let's try to find our LCM. The LCM will be y in y is 1 times 1. 1 minus y in y 1 times this 5y plus y in y 1 times 1. All equals 1. So here I have 1 plus 1. I have 2 minus 5y over y equals 1. I'll cross multiply and then have 2 minus 5y equals to y. Collect the like terms, minus 5y comes over here. So you have 2 equal to 5y plus y. 2 equals 6y. Divide both sides by 6. 2 here 1, 2 here 3. So my y is 1 over 3. So if my y is 1 over 3, you know y over 1 is 1 over 3. The inverse of y over 1 will be y. So my 1 over y will be 3 over 1. Or 3. So this is the value of my 1 over y. Or better still, yes, 1 over y is 3. Let's leave it out. So 1 over y is 3. Now to find 1 over x, substitute 1 over y into equation 1. What's equation 1? 1 over x plus 1 over y equal 5. And you remember the 1 over y is 3. So you have 1 over x. Now, since 1 over y is equal to 3, and the equation 1 says 1 over x plus 1 over y is 5. So let's try to find x. So what you do is replace 1 over y with 3 in equation 1. So equation 1 is 1 over x plus 1 over y equal 5. So replace 1 over y with 3. So you are going to have, or before you replace it, make this 1 over y the subject of formula. Alright? Or make 1 over x subject. So 1 over y moves here. So you have 1 over x equals 5 minus 1 over y. 1 over x is therefore going to be what? 5 minus what is 1 over y? 3. And that's going to be 2. So your 1 over x is equal to 2. So if we want to check if this answer is correct, let's check it up here. Using equation 1, it says 1 over x plus 1 over y equal, let's see what our answer will be. 1 over x is 2 plus, and 1 over y is 3. And what's 2 plus 3? 5. And the answer is 5. So that is the correct answer. So I believe you understood the question. If you have any question, you can please leave it in the comment section and I'll be right back to give you answers to your question. Thank you for being a part of today's class. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.